Good morning, or whatever time it is when you're actually watching this video. So this week, I noticed there's a lot of things that have come out recently on investment behavior. And I'm including in the quick hits this week about, some articles I came across that I thought were super helpful and gave a lot of good data of what's actually happening out there in regards to what, retirees and investors and how they're behaving, how they're making decisions. And what I also noticed on the marketing side, I noticed in our Facebook groups and our advisors are seeing some drops in live events. They're seeing drops in attendees. They're seeing drops in appointment ratios and seeing drops from people that booked an appointment to when they actually show up, that stick ratio. We're seeing drops across the country in a lot of those areas. And I'm sure you're feeling that as well if you're doing live events. And so what might be happening? Because if you haven't changed anything as an advisor and your message hasn't really changed, then what's changed? Well, there's a lot of uncertainty at the moment. And this is my 2 cents. This is my opinion. And I'm backing this up with a lot of the links below of what's actually happening. With all the changes, we got interest rate hikes, we got market volatility, we got a US-backed war, we've got our budget and the trillions of dollars that we're in debt. All these things are happening right now. And so there's just a lot of uncertainty. There's quite this storm. Now, annuities and all these things are up. You probably are up this year as well, but a lot of it's coming from current clients, wanting to, put their money back into safety. But how can you grab more newer clients out there? Why are all these numbers coming down? Here's my 2 cents. With all these changes, we have the age-old flight of what we do as humans, right? It's when there's uncertainty and or something is happening and we're not really sure how to react, we either fight, we fly, or we freeze. Those are the 3 reactions that we can have when something big happens in our lives and we don't really know what to do. We have a natural reaction on one of these directions. What I mean by the fighting would be, making the changes and maybe finding a new advisor. And so these retirees might be doing that. And that might be why they're attending some of your workshops. Flying would be, there's an article below talking about how much money is going into money markets. They are flying out of the markets and putting their markets into safer investments like cash, money market accounts. So they're flying away from, I don't want to deal with the markets. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I just want to keep my money safe. I don't want to lose anymore. So they're flying out of the markets. And then there's the other side. There's the frozen retirees. They're the ones that are, I don't really know what to do. So I'm just gonna kind of sit and wait. Now, all of these situations, there's good and there's pros and cons to each one. How do you as an advisor make the changes to make sure that you're helping these people out and keeping these appointments that people are saying yes and then also meeting with you so you can help them? We need to push them to fight. They need to push them to fight with you, and you need to be the guy that's going to help them fight. We got to get them out of the frozen area. We got to take him out of the flight mode and really fight with him. So what I'm saying is we need to change our language a little bit on our radio, on our TV, as well as our workshops to talk about how you can fight all this uncertainty. There's just so much going on and how you can build a plan for them. You can build a plan, co-create one with them. You might not have all the answers, but you at least can give them the tools to fight everything that's going on right now. Sure, the tool might be cash, but it might be something else. Or, it's really having this cohesive plan that's customized to each retiree to make them feel comfortable in this area. But, they need to go one of these 3 ways, and you need to fight with them. So that's my 2 cents. Obviously, I don't have the data to back this up. I just have the data of what's actually happening. And I believe that if you can come into those workshops and you come into those on the radio and on TV, talking about how you can fight for them, you can fight with them against all this uncertainty and the storm that's happening with them that they feel like it was happening. There's an article about anxiety and financial anxiety that they are all feeling down below. Click on that and see that one. There's a lot of anxiety. And so you need to come alongside them and help them with a plan, but then use the language around fighting with them. They might be frozen, so fight with them. So I know it's a longer video, but that's my 2 cents of what's happening. Hopefully that's helpful for you, and hope you have a great week.